Hi there, PoE gamers. Stefan here with my update of how my Gauntlet gameplay has been going on. As you might have heard out in my previous video, I free wrote Necromancer that is currently playing as an SRS Necromancer with the intention to respec it eventually into a poison animate weapon Necromancer. And the reason behind rerolling was that I managed to get a relevant +1 of all physical spell skill gem scepter, and I always have really liked the minion archetype. I think it's a great first character for the league, and especially if you're a newer player, somebody that is still building up, experience of bossing and reaching end game, etc. It is a fantastic archetype that allows you to take a step back from the action and just to learn some boss mechanics for the first time, because obviously it is your minions that are doing the damage for you. So as long as you keep your minions up and you keep your different buffs, which I'll go over in a second, you can just kite and avoid damage from the boss. So yeah, I've always favored playing a minion archetype as a first character of the league, and I think in a short event it's also a good starting character that would allow you to, first of all, to reach any particular goals that you might have. In my case, to reach level 90 on at least one character in the Gauntlet. So I think this character will set me up with some items and will allow me to reach level 90 and then potentially gear up the second character, which was the Toxic Rain guy that I started initially with, but I've currently shelved. So we have been actually quite lucky in that we just found a 5 link, and it was actually on a good base as well. So I'm saving this for further crafting. At the moment, I'll probably not really use it because of my mana situation. So once I gained a few more levels and I've got a little bit of currency, I'll probably craft it and start using that. I'm gonna go over my current setup. So as I did say, the people that who will end up playing could be animate weapon, but at the moment, until I find I'm just trying to farm a few more chromes, and I don't have any linking currency as well. So at the moment, I could potentially, because I think I've got all the gems except for one for the animate. I just have them in my offhand leveling up at the moment. So I got pretty much everything, but the reason that I'm putting off transitioning is that I've never played animate weapon, and obviously I do have experience with playing summon raging spirits. I've done that build a few times already. I feel quite comfy playing that. So and because it's obviously the Gauntlet and it is a hardcore run, I'm just gonna probably gain a few more levels, and potentially will probably just finish the campaign as an SRS character, and then once I hopefully finish the campaign, I'll transition to the poison animate weapon before I hit maps. But so far we've been just cruising through the acts. I've just finished the first 5 acts, and I'm gonna take a bit of a break, just clear my head, because I'm starting to feel a little bit tired, so I don't want to risk the character. But in terms of gems and items, right, so I'll start with the skill setups that I've got at the moment. So I've got a few 4 links, so we've got Summon Raging Spirit with Unleash, with minion damage, and with Melee Splash. Then we've also got Raise Zombie with minion life, Summon Phantasm, and Feeding Frenzy. We've got Summon Holy Relic, which is obviously I'm just using it for the life regeneration that it adds on to ourselves and our minions, and not for the damage. We've got Frostblink, Vitality, we've got Summon Carrying Golem, Multi-Strike I'm just leveling for the time being, Steel Skin, which I'm planning once I get a little bit more armor, I want to get Molten Shell instead. In here we've got Flesh Offering, Desecrate in the Wand, I've got Purity of Elements, Summon Skitter Bots, and Flammability. The gear is pretty mediocre, but because I'm also using... By the way, ignore this, while you're in town, the Purity of Elements bonuses are not factored in, so we're actually maxed at for our resists. We're over 75 on each of the resists. In terms of armor, obviously we've not got a lot because our gear is pretty mediocre. I definitely will need to be upgrading bases. I'm just using the current gear just because it allows me to, cap out my resists together with Purity of Elements, and it's got the links and colors that I need, but I need to be pretty much on every gear slot. I mean, the Mage Vesmid is okay because it does gives you some extra energy shield, but we do want, more like armor type of, item base. So I've got, better item bases for all of my item slots. So as soon as I get few, linking currencies, etc. Actually, no, I do have some 4 links already, and I do have some chromatic also. I'll probably do a little bit of crafting. I've got a few essences as well. Yeah, some alchemists. I've got a couple of scouring. So I'll probably... once I start playing again, I'll probably just tinker around with this gear that I've saved up and try to get just to maybe actually I do have a few orders that I want to swap. I've got Grace, and I've got Defiance Banner, and I've got Determination as well, so I'll probably change my current setup for auras as well. The only one that I'll keep is Purity of Elements. I'll get rid of Summon Skitter Bots and Vitality, and I'll see what I can obviously fit in. But the Purity of Elements, it's super important for me, especially in the hardcore. Not so much because of the added resist that it gives you, but because of the it does give you what is it? Immunity to elemental ailments, which is quite a big killer in hardcore events, especially because of the added damage modifiers that the Gauntlet has got. But yeah, the gear that I've got, it's not super good, it's pretty mediocre, but because summoning characters are as an archetype do allow you just to steamroll content, as long as you're at least a little bit careful. And I've been taking it pretty slow, as you can see. We're already day 3 or 4 and I'm still going through the campaign, but because my goals for the event are not to compete or to reach, end game bosses, all I want to do is get a little bit of mapping and reach level 90, which I've never done. So I'm not really thinking about being quick. I'll probably start worrying about, how quick I go to the event next time, next Gauntlet. If I do manage to, accomplish my goals in this Gauntlet, obviously, if I do manage to get, at least 2 red maps, I'll be quite happy, and I'll start, thinking about actually focusing on improving the speed of the runs for next time. But yeah, That's pretty much what I've got. As I said, tomorrow I'm just gonna try to finish the campaign and start mapping, because I do have a few days off that I've taken from work, just so I can get a little bit of Path of Exile, extra time on the site. So I'll just be doing that for a few days. And as I said, I'm planning to keep SRSing until the end of the campaign, and after this, I'll probably swap to animate weapon, and I'll see if I'll actually like the you know, the play style, because you can play summoner in many different ways, and some ways are, you know, better than others in terms of either quality of life or damage, or, you know, whatever is, depends what you are looking out of the gameplay. So I'll see how animate weapon plays. If I'm not happy, I'll just revert to using SRS, and I'll play it that way. But yeah, so far that's I'm gonna wrap up the video. That's pretty much everything that I had that I wanted to show you and go over. We've got the 5 link, we are gaming, we are feeling super safe, and yeah, so far the Gauntlet has been a lot of fun. So I'll see you tomorrow, or whenever I make the next video. Hopefully it will be tomorrow, and until then, take these exiles, keep grinding, bye bye.